Well, hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Tip Tuesday. Here we are, June 25th, 2024. My name's Ken Close. I am a Healy World member USA. Woohoo, yay. Love to be here. I'm joined by our awesome co-host, Jake Barron, head of operations for Healy. Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Hello, Ken. Good evening, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yay, we've got our awesome Lightning Fingers tech support there in the back. Dongni's joining us tonight. Everybody say hello to Dongni. Thank you for being here.
Hello, Dominique.
Woohoo! I'm so happy. It's so good to have customer service in the background, being able to
Yes,
support you.
she does a great job, so we're very happy to have her on the call tonight.
Fabulous. Well, hey guys, so anybody who's been here before knows what Tech Tip Tuesday is all about. This is a chat-based forum where y'all get a chance to put your questions into the chat. And then we will unpack those questions. We will research and dig deep into those questions and solve those mysteries. Of course, Dongni is in the background to be able to support too. We like to bring things live on the call and really dig deep into stuff and make sure everybody understands what's going on. What we talk about is the technology, the apps, the operations, the application of the technology, all kinds of stuff around the Healy itself and the MagHealy, of course. What we don't talk about, or what we don't cover really, or what we can't cover really for compliance reasons, is anything that has to do with a diagnosis, prevention, or treatment of a disease, disorder, or condition. We have great resources. We can steer you in the right direction for that. But other than that, we don't really give you information around what to treat with your Healy or how to, or any of that kind of stuff. We don't talk about that. But everything else is pretty much fair game. What do you think, Jake?
Sounds perfect. I'm ready to go.
All right, you guys. Well, light up that chat. And hey, by the way, if you guys have been here before, you know how it works. But anybody who's new, or even if you want to invite a friend, this is one of those spots where we can really kind of help somebody out. I get calls all the time around challenges that folks are having, and they're usually pretty easy and solvable. But hey, this is a cutting edge technology, and I think it takes sometimes a little understanding, right?
Yep.
We had a great, if you guys aren't going to put a question in there, we had an awesome Super Saturday, right? Hopefully you guys got a chance to jump on that.
I mean, it was amazing. I mean, the 7 hour for those of you like 7 hours of content. I mean, it was like a whole month's worth or a whole convention's worth of um, training and presentations and announcements and reveals and all that kind of stuff, all on a Saturday morning and afternoon, which was great. So
Yeah, 7 hours. It's like a little mini marathon event, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it.
So while we're, I know we got some questions that'll be coming in here, but before we get to that, I want to share so a little bit. We have What's Up Wednesday tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, but this week on Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, we have our next episode of Healy for Beginners and Beyond. So Ken and I will both be there, and we're gonna this episode is gonna be mainly just on MagHealy. So while we have some time here, I want to share my screen. And we'll kind of just run through what we're going to cover on that call. So see here, we're titling this one, What's New with MagHealy, in case you missed it. So, you know, we haven't done a Healy for Beginners and Beyond specifically on MagHealy in a while, and there has been some new developments. And the biggest one is the ability to use the MagHealy with the Analyze app. So that started with the Meridian module late last year. And then also now with the business suite that some of you have probably heard about that's coming soon. There's a module within the business suite where you use your MagHealy to do the analysis as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then also, now that you're able to use both your Healy and MagHealy with the Analyze app, as far as how you switch back and forth between the two, because until you've kind of done it, it's not necessarily obvious, how you kind of switch back and forth. And then also what happens when you start the Analyze app back up. There's a kind of a unique thing that, you might be like, where did all my programs go? If you were just using the MagHealy and meant to use the Healy again, as far as which modules are displayed. So we're going to show all that. We'll show examples, and then we'll also show a live demonstration as well. And then also, Ken, one of the questions we get here on Tech Tip Tuesday quite a bit is, what is okay, everybody that has a Resonance edition or higher has access to the MagHealy databases. That's not new. And you can do an analysis for those databases, and you can vibrate those programs, those MagHealy programs, even if you don't have a MagHealy. You can use your Healy device to vibrate those programs in the Analyze app. But that's not the same as running those programs with the MagHealy in the Healy 2 app. So we're going to talk a little bit about the differences, of course, between using vibrating those programs or those frequencies into the information field versus using the technology of the MagHealy. And then maybe we'll also talk a little bit also about combining those together, kind of a synergistic effect there as well. And then some of the MagHealy charging tips and best practices. A lot of people may or may not be new to the wireless charging technology, and it's for the MagHealy specifically, it uses more power. And it's really important what type of a charging block, the part that you actually plug into the wall, is very important as well, that you meet the minimum specifications on that. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and I think we'll have some time for some questions along the way, or possibly at the end as well. And you'll see I have a note here at the bottom. Might as well talk about that now. The wireless charger for the MagHealy is now available for sale in the Healy shop. So maybe some of you have lost yours along the way, or I don't know what happened. Maybe you want one. A lot of people want more than one for a different part of the house. Maybe you have one upstairs and one downstairs. You don't want to kind of keep moving the charger itself back and forth. So if you want another one, or replacement of the original MagHealy wireless charging pad, you can now get that in the US shop and Mexico shop as of this past Monday, or this week. And then next week, it'll be added to the Canada shop as well. So, and we'll show you how to do that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope all of you can join us. And you see the link to register. It's at the bottom there. There's a QR code. And then also you can just go to HealyFBB.com. That'll take you right to the Zoom link to register for that. And again, 3 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, June 27th.
I love it. It's going to be fun, you guys. So definitely join in, tell everybody about it, spread the word.
Yep. All
right. Okay. So Colin has a question here about, I have the iPhone 11. The HealAdvisor often turns blue and I have to restart the phone. What can I do about that? So Dongni has put some information in there. If the new HealAdvisor Analyse 2 is the new app. So by the way, everybody see on my shoulder here, this is what it looks like as far as the picture. Okay, it's this, we call it the blue app, or again, it's known as the HealAdvisor Analyse 2. It's a new app. Very important that everybody updates to that so that it can be more reliable. It's a different app platform and gives a lot more flexibility and reliability. So definitely make sure that that's going. An iPhone 11, as far as an iPhone 11, the most important thing about the minimum operating system for utilizing your Healy app is iOS 12. So as long as your device will run at least iOS 12, and I think we're up to what, 17 now, as far as iOS operating system, it's up there. But there is a minimum operating system for your smart device, and an 11 should easily be up there. So if you guys aren't familiar with the App Store, I'm just going to share my screen here real quick.
Okay.
And show you guys something, just because I think it's cool to see, maybe not everybody's familiar with the App Store. Maybe your smart device just came with stuff and that's as far as you went, but you're loading apps from, say, a link or something like that. That's good. It works. But let's go to the actual App Store. And let's take a look at that for a second. And get me out of the way. So here's the HealAdvisor Analyse 2 app. This is what it looks like when you're at your app store. Okay. So when you tap on that, it kind of gives you some information there, a little bit about what it looks like. There's a section there that says version history. You see that right there in blue. There's a little version history, and it gives the what's new, the latest version, 2.3.5, and that was like a week ago. Kind of tells you what's going on. And if you scroll down, keep scrolling down right here, there's a spot that says iPhone and iPad apps. So if you tap on that, it kind of tells you, you know, what's available, and it's available both in an iPhone and an iPad, right? There's both are there. So we keep scrolling down. You'll come to an information section within these apps. So they all have this. The information section tells you essentially who it's from, the size of the app. So in other words, how much memory it's going to consume on your smart device, a category. But then here's the key thing I want you to look at. In an iPhone, it says the compatibility, it says works on this phone. So whatever your phone is that you're looking at this app from, it already knows the version, and you can take a look at that. It says it's good for this version. But if you tap on the down arrow there, take a look. Here's what the capacity, the capabilities for the minimum capabilities for running the system. You see that? It says the iPhone requires an iOS 12.0 or later. If it's an iPad, it requires a 12. iTouch requires a 12. And then the Apple Vision. So basically, this kind of tells you what versions are minimum for operating the system. Okay, hopefully that helps. We'll stop sharing.
Yeah, I'm also wondering, I don't think it's been answered in the chat as far as which, can you, of course, you shared the Analyze 2 app, which is the one that we've been using for about a year now, but I wonder if, and Dominic asked the question in the chat, if they're using the original Analyze app and having this issue, which wouldn't be too surprising. Again, because we've mentioned a few times that, you know, we're not really, there's no further updates planned for that app. Everything, all the resources are dedicated to the new Analyze 2 app. So, yeah, I'm just curious if you're using the one that Ken just showed, or if it's the older version, the Blue Dot app.
Yeah, and the older version of these apps, if I can get out of the way here, you can see. Here's the older version. You see that picture right there? It's just got this little dot right here. This is the older version. This is what's going to look like on your smart device. And the one above it here, this is the older version. These two are not what you want to use anymore. That's why I'm usually sitting in front of them, but I want to have them there for people to look at. The ones you want are on the other side over here. That's what they look like. So important that you do the updates. And folks, this is the reason that this happens is because these smart device manufacturers are listening to the field, and everybody wants things to be faster, more capabilities, more pizzazz and cool, right? Well, not everybody, but that's why manufacturers continue to upgrade. And when they do that, it requires new operating systems because the hardware of these guys, the actual device itself, has to be updated and upgraded. And so new software to handle all that is also upgraded and updated. And so then that forces all the app developers, not just Healy, but all the app developers to make some changes, right? So that they can be ran on the new hardware. So this is what really happens. It's not Healy wanting to make everything different for you all the time. It's just that the consumers want something different. And so manufacturers are updating it, and then everything gets influenced. Okay. And there are some links there that Dongni put in for you, Colin. You can see in the chat there. Hopefully that helps out. So Deb is saying that my 1-year-old MagHealy needs about 13 to 16 hours to charge to 100%. Does it mean it's not at its optimal? So, and Jake just kind of talked about the new charger, right? And knowing that also that that plate, the the plug-in-less or contactless, the magnetic plates, they actually require higher current capacity from your adapter that goes in the wall. And even though the cord that comes with the plate plugs into any wall adapter, any USB standard adapter, doesn't mean that that adapter is feeding enough power up to the plate to actually do the charging. The longer it takes, probably the lower the current or the milliamps, is how it's usually read on the box or on the adapter. That's lower. And MagHealy wants a 2500 milliamp power adapter. So take a look at the power adapter. When I'm saying power adapter, that means it's the part that plugs into the wall and adapts the 120 volt power to a compatible voltage that goes to your MagHealy charger or your Healy charger. It drops that down to 5 volts, but the amps, the amount of current flow that's capable, is different from converter or power adapter to a power adapter. So take a look at it, see what it says. It needs to be a higher milliamp capacity.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about this on Thursday, but yeah, the minimum we kind of would recommend for the MagHealy is a 5 volt, 3 amp charging block, and we'll talk a little bit more about what exactly that means. But and it's also not all charging blocks are created equal, I would say. Even some that say they have the same specifications, we found our tech team has tried them, they don't work the same.
No.
So yeah, again, maybe we'll talk a little more on Thursday about why that might be. But
Yeah, guys, I've been in the electronics world for over 2 decades. And as an engineer, I know how they're made inside. I can tell you everything that's in there. And Jake's 100% right. They are not all made the same. And the labels that are on these power adapters, these blocks, and as I mentioned, you can have a 2500. Well, Jake said 3 amps. So 3 amps equates to 3000 milliamps. It's the same. Okay. We're just looking at where the decimal point is. It's a little different. Okay. So 2500 milliamps is 2.5 amps. Okay. We'll talk about more of this, but even though it says that on the label, if you measure its max output or its consistent output, it's not going to be that. A lot of times it's not. So, yeah, so they're not apples for apples out there.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be a fun topic for Thursday as well. So definitely join us for that. But Ken, this next question is interesting. So Lindley bought. You mentioned that you have a power bank that you use to charge Healy devices. So she bought. She really can charge the Healys in a very short period of time. 1.5 hours or so, which is great. But she couldn't find a small power bank like yours. I guess she ended up with one of the bigger ones. Who knows? Maybe it's one of those like 40,000 mAh things, and it takes forever to charge. So not the Healy takes forever to charge. The power bank itself takes forever to charge. And the question was, of course, we can't. There's a lot of differences between these, and we don't know the exact model and things. But would you recommend for things like that, like a power bank, letting it fully discharge before you charge it each time, just like you kind of recommend for the Healy device?
Yeah, the thing about so when we're talking about power banks, folks, these are these wireless type of like battery packs, right? That you can take, that's mobile, you can cruise around, that kind of thing. And some of them are quite large. They're like, I mean, they're designed, they're big, they're kind of big and bulky. The more amps that it will put out, the more power it will put out, the bigger physically bigger it's going to be. All right. So and absolutely, you want to make sure that you charge your system, whatever you get, just don't use it right out of the box. Plug it in. And I'm going to recommend that for every kind of electronic device that you get that's battery operated. What do we recommend with the Healy? First steps, plug it in, right? Charge it all the way up. should be the same scenario for your smart device. Any battery operated device, your laptop, plug it in, charge it up fully. Your power bank, these portable battery packs, plug them in, charge them all the way up. But it's true, the bigger the power bank, or the bigger the power pack, however you want to say it, the portable power pack, the longer it's going to take to charge. Now, depending on if the manufacturer of your power pack, your device, sent you a charging cord with it, or if you're picking your own. Remember, back to if you're picking your own adapter that plugs into the wall, the amount of power it puts out will determine the length of time it takes to charge anything. Anything, whether it's your MagHealy, your Healy, or your power pack. We'll talk more about this, but when you're charging something, the amount of power you're putting into something determines the length of time to charge it.
Yeah. I guess the good thing, you end up with a very large power bank. If you're just using this to charge the Healy devices, you probably don't need to recharge that thing very often, because it doesn't take a lot of power or charge from the power bank to fully charge the Healy devices. Because the battery in the Healy itself is not very, a lot of times these power banks will have specifications like can charge an iPhone 14 6 times or whatever like that. The iPhone battery is way bigger than the Healy device battery. So.
Yeah, quite a bit bigger. The battery in your smart device is I don't know, we could probably say 100-fold at least more than what's in the so it takes a lot more power to charge it than it does your Healy. Yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah, so this could be, you might be only charging that power bank once a month, if that.
Yes. And again, the convenience of having a portable charging pack is just because, if you're out somewhere and you don't have anywhere to recharge. I use this guy. I've got several of these. I honestly even use this in my tent to power the LEDs in there. So it's like I use it for all kinds of. I was just out over the weekend out in the woods, and I had my Healy, by the way, and I can use it anywhere without Wi-Fi, and sometimes without an outlet to plug it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So here's one from Paulette. I have the original deluxe Healy from February 2021. I've lost the Healy for a long time, but just found it. Yay. I've gotten a new phone since you lost the Healy, and the blue app works fine, but the pink Healy 2 app says no devices found. So how do I get it to work? I sent messages to customer service, but got no response. The person that I bought it from no longer is involved. Okay. So by the way, if you've got a ticket here, Paula, you can actually private message that to Dongni, and she could actually take the look at that for you. But making sure that I always run people from the very beginning. I say, okay, let's look at your smart device first. Make sure that this guy is fully updated with the proper current operating system, right? Then we delete the apps of the old style, the old ones, and reinstall these new Healy 2 and HealAdvisor Analyse 2, making sure they're on. And when you delete anything off your smart device, as soon as you delete it, you want to go and hard close or shut off, I should say, shut off the smart device and then turn it back on. So it resets everything. You're good to go. Now you got the apps on your smart device. Start with the Healy 2 app, and turn your first step, reset your Healy. Hopefully you guys remember how to do that. Press and hold that reset button or that start button until the green light comes on solid. Release that button. Then the system is reset. Then you're going to turn it back on, turn your app on, and let the two connect. The first step it should do is want to scan. Well, you're going to tap on accept or continue with the disclaimer. But first thing it's going to want to do is it's going to want to access your camera on your smart device. So you got to make sure you give it permission, accessing your camera, accessing anything that wants to utilize the app. And then it's going to want to scan the QR code. Okay, so if it's getting past that part, then it should start to the connection process. So we just need to know where it's failing. If it's not getting past that, where does it actually stop? Okay.
Yeah, and then Dominique put a great suggestion in the chat here about if you connected to the Analyze app, for example, and everything's working fine there, and then went right away to try to connect to the Healy 2 app, it's going to say device not found because you can't connect to both those apps via Bluetooth at the same time. So that could be what you're going through here. And if that's the case, you have to make sure you fully close out the Analyze app, do a hard close of that app so it's not open in the background at all before you attempt to connect to the Healy 2 app. Like that's one thing you can try as well, in addition, of course, to what Ken just said there.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if you have, if the pink app or the blue app, either one of them is running in the background, right? Healy's only designed to connect to one app at a time. So if you've connected to the blue app and that blue app is still running, even though it's swiped away, but it's still open in the background. And if you don't know how to, the term is hard close or force close an app. Those are two terms that are used for actually stopping a program. It's actually stopping a program instead of just swiping it out of the way, so it's not visible on your screen. So hard close or force closing an app, if you don't know how to do that, go to YouTube and just search for hard close, or you can use the word force close an app on my, whatever it is, iPhone 12 or Android Galaxy, whatever it is. And there'll be something on there about that. If you don't know how,
she mentioned, says the blue app is not running, so it's not open in the background, but definitely try the hard reset that Ken mentioned. And usually it's kind of the reverse of people have issues. Usually the Healy 2 app's fairly easy to connect to, but maybe the Analyze app has some sort of issue with the login or whatever, the cloud, especially if you haven't used it in a few years. But as long as you're using the newest versions of both apps, the Healy 2 app and the Analyze 2 app, and the other one isn't open in the background, it could be you need to do that hard reset process.
and if you just found your Healy, that's great. Charging it all the way back up, getting it back into functionality, doing that reset part. It's definitely going to need to reconnect because if it's been a long time, you're now running the new apps, the new Healy 2, the new HealAdvisor Analyse 2. Those two apps are new, and they no longer use some of the old authentication processes. Now, the Healy 2 app still uses the scanning of the QR code to get the serial number, or manually putting in the serial number. It's the same. But the HealAdvisor Analyse 2, the blue app, it uses a code being sent to your email instead of the old master key system that was once upon a time. So a little bit different there. And that process needs to be handled. If you've already logged into your blue app, then and you got that authentication code in your email, then yeah, that's working fine. We just need to make sure that that app is hard closed and not just swiped out of the way. Two different things. Okay.
All right.
So, and Paulette's made another comment, says, I'm only using the old blue app. Okay. There's going to be you're going to have some struggles. Eventually that's not going to be supported anymore.
Yeah. Sorry. Also, I wanted to mention, you mentioned send a message to customer service, but got no response. So, our response time is actually very quick now. So I'm wondering where possibly the message went to. But if you're able to use our live chat feature, Dominique might be able to help you out on the call right now. But during Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, we have live chat available on our US shop. You just go to the us.healy.shop and then click the live chat icon at the lower right-hand corner, and you'll be able to chat directly with somebody from our tech support team during those hours as well. So if for some reason you didn't get if the support ticket didn't get answered, I'm not sure, right now exactly why that might be, but you can definitely utilize the live chat feature as well.
Yeah, the cool thing is you just go to the shop page. If you're not sure where that's at, go to your shop page, which is just the US shop page and the Healy shop page. And there is at the bottom lower right corner, there is a chat button, live chat button, and you can get in there. And so you click on that, it'll actually generate a ticket right away for you.
Yeah.
So, and you can get some answers right there. Super useful. Of course, we love having you guys here, but we want to make sure you're getting direct connection with the customer support. There should be no reason why a support ticket is not generated when you connect to customer service. There should be no reason. So we just want to make sure, like, especially if you haven't been involved with Healy for a while, like a year or two, being able to log in and get access to that chat and all that kind of stuff, making sure that's current. So us.healy.shop, right? us.healy.shop, and go to that chat. You can give it a shot right now if you want.
Yep.
Okay. What else do we got here? By the way, you guys, if you want to save, if there's some links that Dongni's putting in the chat, to save the chat, if you're on your computer or laptop, you can do that simply by in your chat box, clicking on those three little dots. They're either the top of your screen or maybe in the bottom of your screen, but there's three little dots. Click on those. It'll open a menu that says Save Chat. When you click on that Save Chat command, at the end of our call, you'll get a pop-up on your screen that allows you to save that chat. Pretty handy because then you have all those links. So Dixie's on here saying, hey, did you already talk about elements? No. This is Tech Tip Tuesday. We talk about technical stuff. Sometimes we get off track. No, it's not off track.
As of right now, we don't have any technical support issues related to elements, luckily. And for more information on elements, definitely join What's Up Wednesday. That's again 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. HealyWUW.com takes you right to that meeting. And then also we'll be talking more about elements on Frequencies and Friends, which is this coming Monday, July 1st at noon Eastern time. We'll definitely have more information available on elements. But for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, our brand new dietary supplement line, Elements by Healy World, are now available for pre-sale in the US and Mexico shops as of Monday. So, and there's a really amazing pre-sale deal right now where you get a 30-day supply of the morning and night strips. These are dissolvable strips that you just put on your tongue. It has a lot of different nutrients. Again, we have, for those of you that were on Super Saturday, there was an amazing interview with Dr. Alberto Garoli, who was helped create these formulas. We'll be sharing some more videos with him as well. And there's also information available in back office now. There's a brochure on elements available, and there's also on the shop itself, there's if you go to the shop and go to the element section, it'll have the complete supplement facts and complete ingredient list, that kind of thing are listed there as well. But as I mentioned, the pre-sale offer it's very cool. It's a really amazing deal where you get the 30-day supply of the morning and night strips, plus a limited edition metal travel tin that will be coming with that pre-sale kit, and then also 30 envelopes. So envelopes that you can kind of share with people as well to get them interested in elements. And each of those envelopes has one morning and one night strip in them. So really you're getting 2 months supply. You get the 30 day in the regular cartons. Then you have a 30-day supply of each the morning and night that you can give out in those envelopes as well. So it's really a no-brainer just to buy that. And that pre-sale offer is available. It's not an unlimited supply, so if you're interested, definitely take advantage of that this week. And it's it's $80.50, I believe, in the US shop right now. So
That's a smoking deal, you guys.
yeah,
So what Healy does, remember our microcurrent system, what Healy does and the MagHealy does, it signals the body, right? It speaks to the body either through microcurrent and the frequency that's carried on that microcurrent carrier, or through the coil and the magnetic waves that the coil emits and creates this dual magnetic field, or with the MagHealy. When I say dual magnetic field with the Healy, I'm talking about the coil puts out 280 degrees opposing magnetic fields. Okay, not the same as when we're talking about the dual frequency of the MagHealy and the McMakin system. I want you to make sure that that's different in your mind. Okay, but the MagHealy does send out magnetic energy as well. Those are signaling frequencies. They're frequencies that signal actions, operations, systems, code influences within the body. So the cool thing about elements, you guys, is these strips are signaling systems, just similar to what Healy's doing with the current flow and the magnetic fields. So it's signaling your body to do specific things different in the morning than in the evening. Because in the morning, there's over 400 systems and operations going on in the body, right? As melatonin is downregulated because of the light, you're waking up, serotonin's upregulated to keep you going. Now these strips are tapping in to that timing sequence to improve and assist the body. I love it. It's just brilliant, right? I mean,
yeah,
you can still have your smoothie, you can still have your breakfast, you can, that's not the same. I'm not talking about that,
yeah,
right? This is aside from that.
yeah.
Right. I love it. Okay, what else we got? It's a pretty quiet crowd tonight, Jake.
Yeah, yeah. It's summer,
And it was a beautiful day over in the Pacific Northwest where I'm at. It was sunny and in the mid.
Hey, perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Send some of that our way in Florida.
I mean, I will take it. Well, it's you guys usually have a lot better weather, I guess, than we do,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
as far as sunshine, but no,
yeah.
no, don't get me wrong. We got lots of sunshine over here, guys. So uh, we're just taking it. And Dixie says it's beautiful near Seattle. Wonderful.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the other side of the state from me. Um, love it.
yeah.
Let's see what else we got. By the way, guys, frequencies and friends coming up next week, Monday?
It's Monday. July 1st is Monday. Hard to believe the
Wow.
first half of the year is almost over, but yeah, yeah. So join us. Yeah, again, that's a noon Eastern time. Actually, let me share calendar here. Reminding people of that. Let me share my screen.
We got an
Go.
awesome calendar that, and the cool thing about the calendar, you just click right on the links. It's not so the frequencies and friends you got to register for.
Yeah, yeah. So this is HealyAmericasEvents.com. So this is where you go to check out anything related to a meeting in the Americas. So you'll see here, this is the June one. We're almost through June. We got the Tech Tip Tuesday tonight. What's Up Wednesday tomorrow. Spanish product training for Mexico tomorrow night. And then we have Healy for Beginners and Beyond Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's all available there. But the great thing about this, these are all links to either join the meeting or register for the meeting. So all you really need to know what to do for anything meeting related, just come here and you'll be able to get directly to the page you need to. And then we have, of course, for July already, we have the calendar up here and you'll see Frequencies and Friends, 12 p.m. Eastern. Again, you can click on this and it'll take you to the link to register for that webinar. So very cool there. And then also I wanted to share while we were talking about elements, of course, there's a ton of great information available. I mentioned some of the interview from Super Saturday with Dr. Alberto Garoli, but actually you'll see here, there's actually not the one from Super Saturday, but another one which was amazing. We have this interview as well, which I think this is the one that we shared at homecoming, possibly. Ken, I think it was. But so yeah, go to the Healy World, not the Healy World America's YouTube channel, but the Healy World official YouTube channel. You'll see there is a ton of content, of course, with the Elements launch available here. So you can click on this. This is one of the new videos there. You skip this and it'll take you right here. You'll see there's a 20-minute long biosignaling, which Ken was just talking about there. So yeah, go ahead. You can watch that on your own time, but just know there's a lot of resources already available on the YouTube channel, and you'll see there's actually that playlist. There's an Elements by Healy World playlist. So there's a ton of great content there. And then also on the Healy World official, for those of you that saw it last week, if you go to the live section, so this is where we have all the past Healy Horizon, the Resonance podcast as well. So you'll see there was one last week, episode 18, and you'll see Dr. Alberto Garoli was on here as well. So if you want to really find out more about how what went into the creation of these formulas and why each of these ingredients were selected to be in there, check out the one on the main page, and then also this one from the Healy Horizon episode as well.
Yeah, those are must see, folks.
Yeah.
You know, when you listen to what Dr. Garoli is talking about and his experience, he'll talk, you'll hear about his experience and where he came from. As I mentioned, we need to look at, let's go back for a minute. How many people are seeing others out there? I know none of you guys, but others out there that might not be having a very successful diet plan, right? Or might be having some body issues that they don't want. Well, we have a lot of information going into the body that is signaling wrong actions, wrong outcomes. We were in a world where we've got some artificial stuff, maybe contaminants, toxins, burdens on the body. So he's talking about how we can signal the body in better ways. And I just watch that. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll learn a lot about the process of your body you probably didn't even know. I guarantee you'll probably glean a little bit of stuff about your own body that you didn't even know. All right. I think we're all caught up. Dongni put a video in there for you, Dixie. Look at that. That's the YouTube. What else we got? I think we are caught up. Oh, here's one. So Deb's saying the program's soft tissue for the McMakin says to place on the belly. I can put it on different parts of my body, right? That's kind of a question there, like my arm. Yeah. I mean, the diagram is going to show you where, depending on the program, where to place it on your body. But if it's use your intuition, your intuitive skills, and because you just got to understand that the MagHealy is putting out magnetic energy, and the epicenter of that transmission is the device itself, right there, that device. That's the main area it's coming out. So if it's looking at, if you're running something that's relative to digestion, the belly makes sense, doesn't it? But if something relative to maybe a joint discomfort or inflammation, and it's your arm or your leg or whatever, then yeah, definitely go there and place a device there. A lot of times it's recommended, that you're just chilling out. You put the device on your body so that it doesn't fall off. right?
Yeah.
It's just sitting there. So, obviously you're not going to put it on your knee if you're out for a walk.
Yeah.
Probably not even on your belly, are you? Unless you have a little pouch. But anyway, that's it's just putting it there for convenience while you're stationary. There's lots of creative folks out there that are having like a fanny pack or a little wrap or sash or something that they put their MagHealy in. That's a great idea. There you go. Dixie's talking about right there. I made a fanny pack for mine.
Yep.
That's what I mean. Creative people out there. Awesome. All right. And thank you, Dixie, for pre-ordering.
Okay.
Let's see. Look at that
Oh,
fanny.
Dixie's showing the fanny pack for the MagHealy.
Yeah, if you've got some creative skills out there, folks, get crazy. Get
Yeah.
creative. I know on the recording, because the what shows up on the recording is whoever's speaking, and so the camera
Yeah.
on Dixie won't show up. But let's see here. Let me see. I'm gonna have you unmute for a second, Dixie, and then say something so that we can see. Let's see. There you go.
I
Okay.
made a fanny pack for mine because every time I stood up, I dropped it. So when it's on your belly, and it
Oh,
actually
no,
works
yeah.
better. And then I actually have the same kind of a fanny pack claps as you would if you bought one.
So
So if
you
you have
you
a
you
fanny pack,
actually made that yourself?
I did, but I need to
Wow,
update it.
that's
I'll do
awesome.
another
Yeah.
one in another
Yeah, yeah.
year for
It looks,
sure.
yeah, that's great. It's secure, but it's easy to get the thing in and out there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I just got tired of it falling or me having to figure out how I was going to hold it while I do 3 other
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Great.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that, Dixie. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. See, and so use your imagination out there, folks. It's definitely worth it to come up with ways to pack your device around.
Yep.
And Healy is following suit with some tethers, some lanyards, right? That
Yeah, we've got yeah, there was, for those of you in Mexico at the homecoming, you saw there's some lanyards gonna be available as well. Multiple versions. There's some special edition versions as well that we'll be talking about in July also. So yeah, lots of cool stuff going on. Of course, we have the Obsidian edition that launches in July as well. A lot of people um, are in the process of earning one for free this month, which is great. It's still, there's still a week to go, or 7 days to go, or approximately 6 days to go here in the month. And yeah, there's a ton. The new business suite coming out as well. The 60% off Healy Professional promo going on right now in the US, Canada, and Colombia, and I believe Mexico joins the party tomorrow, I think, with the 60% off. So yeah, the summer is heating up here at the Healy World.
and to
And
top that,
the elements, of course, the
yeah,
launch as well.
yeah, to top that off, elements, and to top even that all off, Klarna 0% financing for
Yeah,
18 months, you guys. Come on. I mean,
yeah,
that's like so. I mean, it's just think about the professional, the $4,000 unit for like just over $1,600, right?
yeah,
That's a really good deal. And then you can finance that. You probably somewhere around under $100 a month or something.
yeah, yeah, right around there. So
That's pretty good. That's pretty
yeah.
good. All right, you guys. What else you got to see? I like it.
Yeah, I think we're still caught up here.
Still caught up. Yep. I'm just gonna review back and see if we missed anybody. I don't think we
Yeah,
did. Um, like I said, make sure you copy this chat, click on that so you can keep that chat at the end of the call. talked about some good stuff. There's some great links in there, good information. Let's see what else we got.
Since we have time, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just show here in the shop about the MagHealy charger as well, if anyone wants to check that out. So again, this is just the, oh, I need to click share. There we go. So this is the US shop that you all are aware of. You can see, of course, the headline here is the Elements by Healy World. Actually, I'll just click on that since we were talking a bit about that today. You'll see there the morning and night combo, the little metal travel case as well. And then this is an example of what those envelopes look like that you'll come pre-stuffed with one morning and one night strip as well. Very easy to do, just add it to your cart. The only thing to keep in mind is that you can't order this along with anything else because this is a pre-order. It doesn't actually ship until July 24th is the current estimated date. So if you try to put like a Healy device with the Elements, the device itself would be removed. So this is a pre-order. So if you want to order this, just order it by itself. And you can order more than one too. Again, this is such an amazing deal. A lot of people have ordered 2, 3 as well because it is a fantastic deal and limited time offer as well. But back to the MagHealy charger, if you click on, just hover over the shop section and then go to accessories. You'll see here MagHealy inductive charger. If you click on order now, you'll see, and then there's a little description here. It comes with the charging pad itself, and then also the USB-A to USB-C charging cable. So basically the exact components that come with a MagHealy when you buy it. And the only thing that you need to make sure you have is something to plug into the wall as well. The charging block, power supply, that kind of thing, which we'll discuss more on Thursday during Healy for Beginners and Beyond.
Yeah, those inductive chargers are pretty convenient, right? Because you don't have to plug anything into your MagHealy, but it is making sure it's necessary that you have the good block that plugs into the wall. That one.
Yeah, and this works with more than just the MagHealy. It works with other wireless charging devices as well, your phone, that kind of thing. So it's not just a single use or single purpose charger. It uses that same wireless Qi technology as well, which is kind of universal these days. So this one is the just, of course, the exact fit of the MagHealy, but you can use other things on it as well.
I love it.
Okay.
We are so caught up tonight. You guys are quiet out there. I'm very grateful you're here, though. And by the way, make sure you tell friends out there if they're having some troubles, experiencing some issues, bring them here. Bring them here so we can, help them out. That's what this is. This whole venue right here is all for that. Not really, we get off on things about the elements and some cool things, but hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we can wrap things up a few minutes, early tonight. We got again, want everyone to join us tomorrow. What's Up Wednesday? We have a great episode for coming up on Healy for Beginners and Beyond. Again, we shared it before. HealyFBB.com is the link to register. That's 3 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. Hope as many of you can join us live for that as well. And if for some reason you can't make it live, as usual, the recording will be available on our Healy World Americas YouTube channel, which is HealyAmericas.com. Takes you right to that. And yeah, I hope to see you all there.
I love it. I'm gonna put the I'll put the link here real quick. And
for those of you, I mentioned it earlier, but for those of you that are needing support beyond what we covered on this call, definitely utilize the live chat feature on our shop. It's the quickest way to get support. Again, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. just look for that live chat icon at the bottom right of the Healy shop.
Awesome. And Colin says it's the first time I've been here. It's super helpful. So thanks. He says, I'll be back. Right on. Well,
All right.
we love our regulars, don't we?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Hey, let's wrap it up. We'll call it an early night. Everybody go out and have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Dong-ni. You guys rock. I'm super happy you were here. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.